Extrapolate. Extrapolate. Good evening. Welcome to the June 24th, 2026 edition of Wednesday Edition. I'm Scott Leisure. Wednesday in the Mile High City. Last weekend was Father's Day weekend. Shout out to the dads and the moms that are also dads and the dads that are also moms. But there are also the double dad households and the double mom households and all of the other role model gender identification life in the year 2026 stuff. And it gets a little discombobulated. I'm already discombobulated. Let's just celebrate a Parents' Day. Wouldn't that be easier? In the end, isn't every day Parents' Day? The privilege and the joy of being a parent is celebrated every day. Watching your kid learn and grow, watching your kid experience life, and being able to be available for your kid, feeling what they feel, and walking through life with them, right? Another big event this past weekend was the summer solstice. On Sunday, the Centennial State experienced 15 hours, 3 minutes, and 48 seconds of daylight. The sun rose at 5:32 a.m. and set at 8:31 p.m. Symbolically, the solstice is revered as the triumph of light over darkness. It is viewed as a time of vitality, illumination, and inner growth, a period to embrace the sun within and celebrate the fullness of life. Yes, yes, yes. All of that and so much more. I like it. Please tell me that you got outdoors this weekend. Please tell me that you did something with your family. And please tell me that you didn't put any A1 steak sauce on any steak. Pretty please? What? Come on, Scott. Are we really going to talk about A1 on this week's edition of everybody's favorite weekly podcast, Wednesday edition? Oh, yeah. So, an English chef working for the king in the 1850s or 60s decides to create this universal sauce, a sauce that you could put on everything. The original recipe was a blend of vinegar, Eastern spices, raisins, sultanas, dates, oranges, and tomatoes. That original recipe, I think I could find something to put that on. It really doesn't sound too bad. It would be good on like some chicken. I could definitely see using that on some chicken. Today's recipe hasn't strayed much except the addition of corn syrup for some reason. And of course, there's the fact that it's highly processed and contains colorings and preservatives. I will say that I knew a guy that would marinate sirloin steak in olive oil, some A1, minced garlic, onions, salt, and pepper. And those steaks did turn out really good. I might have to get into the Wednesday edition kitchen soon and see if I can take the ingredients from the original recipe and kind of recreate my own version. I just need to know where to buy sultanas. Sultanas. I know. Maybe this weekend I will pull some cash out of the ATM on Friday because Friday is Cash Friday, and that's only 2 days away every week. Maybe I will pull some cash out on Friday to do my part to keep the almighty dollar alive and head on over to the farmer's market on a quest to find sultanas. You can do whatever you want to with the $20 that you pull out to spend with an artist or a small business this weekend, but just be sure to do it. I had someone approach me the other day and ask me why I'm not on Facebook. I guess being on YouTube, Instagram, X, and Spotify isn't enough. So here's the deal. A few years back, a couple of guys in Vietnam We'll just call him Charlie. A few years ago, Charlie hijacked into my Instagram account and created some fake profiles. Is everybody with me? Whatever Charlie was posting on these fake Vietnam, Viet Cong, Scott Leisure accounts went against Facebook guidelines. So they booted me off of Facebook. They left me on Instagram, but booted me off of Facebook, even though the accounts were created on Instagram. As far as I can see, Instagram and Facebook are the same, right? Scott, what does this have to do with spending cash or hours of sunlight in the day or whatever shit I decide to put on my steak? The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, is the premier research and development agency of the U.S. Department of Defense, tasked with maintaining U.S. technological superiority. DARPA avoids incremental upgrades, instead funding high-risk, high-reward projects designed to create or prevent major strategic surprises for national security. Pretty important stuff. Scott, what does DARPA have to do with my steak? In 2003, DARPA's Information Processing Techniques Office launched an ambitious military research initiative called LifeLog. Its objective was to create a massive, all-encompassing digital diary that could track a person's entire existence. Maybe even down to if you like your steak medium rare or if you're one of those medium well sickos. The system was designed to log communications like phone calls, emails, instant messages, and voicemails, media and information consumption, like what TV shows you watch, websites you visit, and books or magazines that you read. There's physical tracking it was meant for, location and physical movement using GPS and biometric data measuring vital signs. Social connections. It was made to map relationships, events, and interactions among individuals. LifeLog sparked immediate and fierce backlash from civil liberties groups who warned that the project could easily be weaponized into a mass surveillance database. Due to these privacy concerns and public pressure, DARPA officially canceled the project on February 4th, 2004. Can you imagine a government-run initiative that tracked every aspect of your existence? Can you imagine any device or app or company tracking every aspect of your existence? We did mention the fact that we're living in the year 2026, didn't we? Everything is tracked. Everything is recorded. Everything is uploaded, saved, backed up, sold. There's probably a file in an A1 database in a massive data center in the middle of rural USA that can tell you how much celery Scott Leisure purchased in 2023. So, if DARPA canceled the LifeLog project on February 4th, 2004, how did we get here? Facebook was launched by Mark Zuckerberg from his dorm room on February 4th, 2004. Shut the front door, Scott. The same day? Really? Really? Okay. This is the time in this week's edition of Wednesday Edition when we pause, we breathe, we inhale the good and exhale the bad, remembering the things that are in our control and the things that are out of our control. So, the government program designed to track every aspect of everybody's life was canceled on the same exact day that Facebook, a platform that tracks every aspect of everybody's life, was launched. Purely coincidence, I'm sure. Keep moving. Nothing to see here. All is well, right? As always, one thing that we preach to the grave here on Wednesday Edition is to do your own research, create your own conclusions, and grow your own thoughts. Independent thinking. One of the reasons that I'm able to bring you Wednesday Edition every week. We all live in a country and pay taxes in a country that gives us certain freedoms, liberties, and rights, right? Right. We can all walk as we choose, talk as we choose, and dress as we choose without hurt, pain, or breaking the law, of course. There are also people that are here in the country enjoying all of these freedoms that aren't paying taxes and living on the dime of the people that are paying taxes. Just saying. I am one that many times throughout my day speak the phrase, think the phrase, and live the phrase, you do you. I don't really care if you want to dye your hair blue, grow it to your ass, wear a dog collar, rock your mullet, dress in women's clothing, dress in men's clothing. I don't care if you want to change your name to whatever sound your cat makes when it sees you. You do you. So when I read the next story, I knew it had to be part of this week's edition of Wednesday Edition. Queer Bash is a semi-regular event for members of the trans community to battle it out for ring supremacy and also to raise money for trans defense classes and I believe some other very good causes. In this increasingly hostile political environment, Queer Bash is a haven for trans fighters. With the reality that women should compete with women and men should compete with men, the way I see it is it gives the trans community their own ring to fight in. Beyond that, Queer Bash also serves as a fundraiser, supporting free self-defense classes for LGBTQ plus people. It sounds like a win-win for everyone. The trans community has a safe haven for those who want to participate in boxing or MMA or cage matches or wrestling or whatever types of fights they have at Queer Bash. And the people who want to watch men fight men or women fight women get to do that. I want the pay-per-view 8-match Queer Bash WrestleMania. I would definitely pay for that. Can't we all just get along? June 24th, 2026. Did you think at the start of this year we would be sitting around talking about Queer Bash Fight Club? How big of a deal were data centers in January? The national average price of gas on January 1st, 2026 was approximately $2.81 per gallon for regular unleaded. January 1st was before Minnesota, and Nancy Guthrie didn't disappear until February 1st. We didn't get too spiritual or too philosophical this week on Wednesday Edition, and that's okay. Sometimes Just seeing the headlines is enough for us to do some soul searching on our own. Sometimes things in life are placed there so we can learn more about ourselves. Do me a favor and look at your life and find one thing that weighs on your mind that you know is totally out of your control. Now, think about how that one thing causes you to act and react to other things. There. There is your Scott Leisure deep thought for the week. We did talk about the solstice and A1 steak sauce, Facebook, Vietnam, trans cage matches, and I got to use the word discombobulated 3 times now. Do your part to help keep cash alive and Google these 3 things this week. Number 1, Google DARPA LifeLog. Read up, do some research, and draw your own conclusions, even though Facebook already knows what you think. Number 2, Google a recipe for a nice grilled steak that doesn't include A1 and cook yourself a healthy, well-balanced meal this week for me. Number 3, go ahead, Google Queer Bash Denver. Get your freak on, okay? Remember, the price we pay for associating with the wrong people is enough reason for us to be stricter about who we keep in our circles, right? I really do try to be all inclusive and all inviting when it comes to the Wednesday edition circle and my own personal circle. If you are in the circle, thank you. There is a reason that you're here. And if you aren't in the circle, that probably means that I'm not in your circle either. And that's okay. We've been ending the podcast with the top 5 song countdown. And this week is no different. So here we go. The top 5 songs from June 24th, 1985. On June 24th, 1947, Private Pilot Kenneth Arnold sighted 9 bright disc-like objects flying in a chain formation near Mount Rainier, Washington. He described their movement as being like a saucer if you skip it across the water, a quote the media misinterpreted to describe the shape of the craft, coining the term flying saucer. The incident sparked the modern era of UFO sightings. Let's do this. Top 5 songs, June 24th, 1985. Number 5. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears, an 80s anthem. A great song. Tears for Fears kicking the countdown off with a huge hit. 1 for 1. Number 4. Raspberry Beret, Prince. I was working part-time in a 5 and dime. My boss was Mr. McGee. He told me several times that he didn't like my kind because I was a bit too leisurely. She walked in through the outdoor. Come on. It's Raspberry Beret. 2 for 2. Number 3. A View to a Kill. Duran Duran. Cool song. James Bond song, right? A View to a Kill gets a pass, 3 for 3. Decent countdown so far. Let's just hope the trend continues, okay? Number 2. Sussudio, Phil Collins. Probably one of the dumbest songs ever. I thought about giving Phil a pass on this one, but once I said the word Sussudio, I remembered what a dumb song it really is. 3 for 4. The number 1 song, June 24th, 1985. Heaven, Bryan Adams. I'll say it. Heaven is a cool song. And baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, finding it hard to believe we're in heaven, right? And love is all that I need. I found it there in your heart. It isn't too hard to see. We're in heaven. 4 for 5. All because Phil Collins wanted to make up a word and make a song about it. Get outdoors and grill a steak this weekend. Maybe put on some Tears for Fears. Keep moving forward. Change a couple of your passwords. Drink your water. Pause when needed. Make good choices. And don't get trafficked, okay? Remember that all of the editions of Wednesday Edition are posted on the YouTube channel. Wednesday Edition. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. only on YouTube and scottleisure.com. Subscribe to the YouTube and message me if you want a free t-shirt. And there isn't much left that's free, is there? Thank you again, Wednesday Edition Circle, Wednesday Edition Tribe, Wednesday Edition Community. It's been a good one. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your suggestions, and thank you for your support. Remember, true approval isn't in a number or a click or a like. It's in you. It's in how you choose to respond and which road you choose to take. Stay vigilant. Eat your protein. Watch your back and watch your friends' backs too. Good night and be safe.